Hey everybody, it is time for more FTL Faster Than Light, where we had an attempt at getting 6,000 points that came up short. And that was with the happy thought. That was our last run, I guess kind of a push the score as much as possible challenge run. And there were some mistakes that I made. That included not farming rebels at the end of sectors more. That included screwing up for selling the scrap arm. That included ignoring a few slug nebula sectors that I hit instead of just straight going for it. So I feel like for a run that nearly took 4 hours, that I did in one play session, which probably contributed to me frying my crystal boarding team that was lights out. Maybe if I had maintained my focus better, I could have gotten 6,000, but we were close, got a new high score, but maybe the most disappointing high score I've had while I left that run. Even with the victory, kind of a sad taste in my mouth, but let's see if we can roll it into something better. Because it kind of inspired me to try the Rock B again. I had a little bit of a disaster run the last time I used the Shivan, or Shivan, but sort of having a firebomb and some rock crew kind of makes me want to give this another shot. Now this ship doesn't start with the transporter. It starts with a shield-piercing laser, firebomb, no outside doors, so you got to deal with breaches and damage all yourself. But 4 rock crew members. People keep telling me this is a great ship. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Let's see if we can do it right today. So we are just going to call this one, I don't know, it's a rock ship, it's dark, it looks fantastic. We're just gonna, I don't know, call this Diamond. I don't know, that's kinda lame, but if I were known for having clever names, I'd probably have a much more popular channel. So, level 2 oxygen's a nice thing to have, even if you can't open and control and open and shut the doors, but our first goal with this ship is going to be to get us a transporter. And our plan from there is going to be to just board the crap out of people. Now, 35 scrap can let me use the firebomb and the heavy pierce laser at the same time. And that store does me crap load of good. But we're going to go down here, and I don't know if it's going to be connected to anything or not. And in fact, asteroid, this is, with an anti-ship drone, this is going to get ugly in a hurry, I think. Because I'm going to be hit by asteroids, and I can't vent rooms. So this is about the worst start possible, actually. Yeah, this is actually the worst start imaginable for this ship. Because asteroids are coming, lasers are coming. It's all just kind of a nightmare. And I got a breach there, but I can't control my doors. At least I can penetrate their shields. So I'm taking a good deal of damage that I was really hoping to avoid. So I'm sure they have a system repair drone that's now not doing anything. But at least I have my pierce laser. At least things aren't on as fire as they used to be. So we'll just let these guys repair, let the asteroid do its work for them. And we get 2 missiles, so some small consolation there. We'll let our guys met up real quick. And I'm just going to keep that breach there for now. I mean, it doesn't do me a lot of hurt. I'm so sorry. I've been a little bit under the weather. It's kind of been terrible the past few days. Not so much with sickness, but with life stuff. So, yeah, what do we know? We not only fought a ship, but we hit a dead end. So we get a blank jump that only cost us some fuel. So we get to go into these nebulas and hope that we get to shoot something. So attack the autopilot ship that hopefully won't bomb us. We're just going to be saving scrap, hoping we can get a store at the transporter. If we don't, we will be upping our shields. I think that was one fundamental mistake I made last time, was not getting my shields up fast enough. Because I had a lot of fights like that first one, my last run. I think I just got some really terrible luck. Which that's faster than light sometimes. You are blessed and everything comes for you, and sometimes everything is anti-ship drones. So 17 scrap and nothing else useful. So thanks for giving me nothing. And let's see if we can actually jump back down into that nebula and work our way through it one more time. So attempt to follow them, and we fight a Federation ship with 2 little lasers that are probably going to do some irritating damage to me. But at least I didn't get lost and have the Rebel fleet pursue me faster. So that was good. I mean, it sucks that they took out my shields, but I've been hit way worse. I mean, that's 2 damage I'd rather not take. But there's nothing they can do to me now. Especially now that room is breached. In fact, this is the kind of place where I'd love to have a boarding squad where I would just firebomb them. And that's kind of where I think I went wrong the last time. I actually did get an early teleporter the last time with the Shivan, and I really didn't take advantage of it. Not like I could have. So we're just going to Pierce Laser, hopefully one more time. There we go. Just knock all that out. And 2 fuel, missile, 17 scrap. We're going to get as many missiles as possible. I want to go ahead and med up, because who knows when I'm going to need my crew to have full health. I mean, rock people have a ton of health already. But just should be in and out, and you should be pretty much healed. Alright, so we'll let you walk on there. Excuse me, for the sniffly nose. Well, we see what we got up here. We got a system repair drone early. It doesn't do us a world of good, but it doesn't do us a world of hurt either. This Ion Storm, on the other hand, is a real pisser. Because it means we get to choose, do we want to get missiled, or do we want to just lose our air? I guess we're keeping up our dodge chance because they turned off their lasers. So we're already venting oxygen like crazy. And there the rock plating helped us not take system damage. So since, unless that's a 2-shot laser, it doesn't really do us a lot of hurt. And it's not a 2-shot laser, their weapon systems are now on fire, so I can just put air back in my ship. Isn't that nice how that works out? And you all are not FTLing out of anywhere right now. Now this is where the Pierce Laser is a really strong weapon, because it does ignore 1 shield, so I don't even need to attack their shields. And I guess it also has a fire chance, because it looked like they set part of their stuff on fire. Get our shields up in time, or better yet, just blow them up. So, I have enough scrap now. Damn it. I have to pause and get some water. Hey look, I unpaused, and my coughing spell has killed our crew because I paused the recording, didn't pause the game, and had the oxygen off. Yay! Worst faster than light player ever. Let's look at our stats. What a way to go. Diamond. That's why you don't name your rock ships after a stone, because you do crappy stuff like that. Can't even, it's been really, really a shitty day, and I can't even get this part of the game right. So, hey, guess what? Fans or not fans, we get a 2-for-1 episode here, where we're just gonna call this the, I don't know. I really don't know. Hard times. That's more appropriate. Something totally meta. Or maybe we won't take as much system damage, or who knows, maybe we won't forget to actually pause the game while we're out having a huge coughing fit. So, hopefully you've had a good enough introduction to what this ship is capable of. Because it can shoot things down. It does have some pretty decent defenses. And maybe, just maybe this time, it can do some good in the world. Or it can miss. Ah, it's a good way to start because, oh, at least that firebomb didn't take me down. That's a scary proposition. I guess I could be auto-firing this Pierce laser. Just makes me think of Pierce Hawthorne. So angry that shows like Community are getting cancelled and the other shit that's on TV is still around, but I guess I can't be that mad because I got 11 scrap and a very frickin' early pike beam. That is almost like, hey, you intentionally killed yourself in an ion storm, which I didn't, but pike beam is a very friendly weapon to have. Synergizes very poorly with the heavy Pierce laser, because that one actually does not wear down shields. But what can you do? I mean, it's a pike beam. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. Surrender your goods, yar. You're really trying to get out of here so fast. So my goal, once again, is still to get an early transporter. I want to be able to fire and board. Pike beam doesn't work with that terribly well either. But I don't think I'm going to sell the pike beam, because it's just too good of a weapon. So yeah, guess what just got delayed? I don't know if they're trying to repair it already, but we're going to hit their engines too. So even if they do repair that in time, and they probably will, it's just going to be a little too much. Boom. Right as it repaired. You cannot ask for better timing than that. So they may fire one dinky laser and miss. That was a bit of good luck. So more fuel, missiles, and scrap, and we get an NG crew member. That is a good sign. Reason being that we are going to want to have an actual boarding team. So we're actually going to just go ahead and start collecting other crew as much as possible. Anti-personnel drone early. So that's more crap we can sell. And there's a store that we're going to work our way down to. I bet those two sectors aren't connected. And I've had a few people make the very correct and very polite suggestion that I turn on a setting that lets me see what jumps are connected. But I've actually intentionally kept that off because it makes the Let's Play, to me, more interesting. Oh my god, that's missile boat. Also makes things more interesting. I mean, have I screwed myself multiple times? You've seen it in other episodes where I've cornered myself and gotten myself really hurt. But even with like the recent Stormwalker run where, oh, by the way, I get to fly through how many... Oh, wow. Okay, once you breach and hit the same system multiple times. Let me put it this way. I have screwed myself by not knowing what the map is, but that's part of the fun, that's part of the mystery. There are certain things that I wouldn't have, I don't think, been successfully completed. The Crystal Cruiser run, or Crystal Challenge, or whatever, getting the freaking Crystal ship. If I had actually had my system up. Now it's unfortunate because it's probably going to get one missile off before I can take out their system. So that sucks. Probably one damage I need not take, but at least it's a Lido launcher. So we have enough scrap for a transporter. So we can visit that store that's probably not selling it. I'd like to hit that distress beacon, but I'm going to ignore it. So let's go to the store. If you have a transporter, I will be a very happy person. Oh, they actually have a bunch of things that I really like, so I'm a very happy person anyway. Okay, anti-personnel drone, you can go. In fact, let's hear, the heavy Pierce laser is awesome. The pike beam's awesome. But, you know what? We're never gonna turn away a burst laser 2. You just learned that in this game. You never turn away a burst laser 2. The rock plating will give us a bunch of events that we cannot get on anything else. I really want that scrap recovery arm. So it kind of makes me want to barf a little bit to do this, but we are getting rid of the pike beam. I mean, the burst laser and heavy laser are great. Pike beam's good, but we're going to be going with a boarding strategy here. We're going to be going for an early scrap recovery arm. So, we are in great shape. Great shape right now. Our next 35 scrap are going towards hopefully us not being on fire. I actually would love to have already had my ship on, but between the heavy laser and the burst laser, we're going to be doing a lot of hurt. If I could just please get you to start on time. So we have one rock guy who's going to be trying to put out some fires here. And that whole beam does not look like it's a good friend of mine, but I will take it, that room being the one that gets set on fire. So, whole beam, please don't ouchie me. Since we're not boarding you, I don't really care what happens to the rest of your ship. I just hope the solar flare doesn't hurt me too badly. I'm not going to accept that surrender. It's not a great surrender. So we are probably going to get one more solar flare as a result. Hopefully it's not in the engine or the oxygen. I think part of their ship's on fire. Part of my ship's on fire, so we got a little more out of that. And since I don't really want to get flared again, we're going to jump. And in fact, I may be able to take on the, I almost called them the Imperial fleet, the Rebel fleet here. Not trading that. I don't think we're going for a drone strategy today. I do think we're going to go for, since we have no door control, we're going to have these guys do their magic rock jump, take down whatever threats here. Yeah, let's stop that fire spread, please. Jump around, jump up, and get down. Seriously, I want this fire out. There we go. So, and there's another store that we will likely be hitting and then ruining the day we don't get to have. That's a boarding drone. That is a really freaking early time to have a boarding drone. Alright, well, you know what? You can kick my oxygen system in the ass a little bit. I just really... There we go. I don't want you to have weapons. I don't want you to have drones, so we'll go ahead and distract you enough. That's actually not a terrible place to have a breach if I were to have door control, because there's no place to exit air. Wow. Oh my god, you are the dodge master. So since you have no weapons, and I think part of your ship's on fire, I could say that you are in trouble. So we don't want any of their weapons to recover here. In fact, I'm going to shoot their shields next. I guess now we're trying to get their FTL out of here. And since I only have one shield, I've got to make this shot count, or some asteroids could hit them any day now. There we go. So, more stuff. Can't improve my ship. So we are actually going to hit this store. They could have something useful for us. We're not going to be buying a crew teleporter though, so... Because to get a crew teleporter, I'd have to sell the rock plating. And the rock plating gives us just too many options. So we'll definitely be buying one next sector. For now though, let's do as a matter of course, repair that breach. I keep holding on to this hope that I'll be able to hit the Crystal home walls again. I had an opportunity to last game with Crystal crew on my ship, but as you may remember if you didn't watch, I was a dumbass and I happened to let my Crystal crew that would have automatically been able to open the jump gate die. So why are we doing this? We are going to up our weapon to 2 power. That way we can do this, have our heavy pierce and burst laser at the same time. So if we are in fact going to be fighting the rebel fleet here, and I doubt those two are connected, we're just going to go ahead and do it on our terms. I'd love to have level 2 shields for this, but I don't. So we're getting boarded by one guy, and he's going to die. Now our goal here is going to be to sort of stagger our shots and take down as many weapons as possible. And I am going to go ahead and take on my oxygen for a minute, because who needs it? If I can just take down their weapon systems. That was not really what I wanted to have happen. In fact, NG, go ahead and run and help repair. Repair. Any day now. Because now with the weapon system out of here... Okay, we are hitting shit biscuits now. This is the exact kind of crap that I had to deal with last time. So our goal now is just to get the fuck out of here. That's all we want. We just want to get the hell out of here. Why is there no power to my damn shields? There we go. Get out. Just get the fuck out. Yeah, who needs sensors? So I've taken a bunch of damage. My 2 weapon systems right now are doing me a shitload of good. One of my crew members could actually die here. So we need air. We need to actually jump at any time now. There we go. Next sector. Rock sector, civilian sector. You know what? Let's hit the rock sector. There we go. So it is high time to lick our wounds, because we have stuff that is on fire. That was a pretty brutal rebel ship for Sector 1, but I guess not that brutal because it... well, it didn't play very nice with us, but we didn't have level 2 shields either, so that was a little irresponsible of me to try that, but we did get some extra scrap or jump or something, I tell myself. And we're still alive, which is the more important part of that calculus. Cussy? What kind of name's Cussy? Cussy will be our other boarding team member as soon as we get another crew or we get a transport, because shields, even though I just said it'd be nice to have multiple shields, they are kind of the lowest totem pole in terms of crew benefits. So we're going to hit every distress beacon possible, because I'd love to get a stasis pod, which you can't get in the rock sectors. So lead them to their destination. We get 10 scrap. Yay! Like I said, we're just going to go for distress beacons. We aren't trying to go into asteroid fields, but what can you do? I'll tell you what we can do. We can turn off our oxygen again, turn on our burst laser, and hope that I don't accidentally asphyxiate one of my people. So I'd love to take out one of your launchers, but that doesn't seem to be happening. But maybe this time, because this Pierce laser is fast. No, just take out my sensors. Whatever. It's cool. I didn't really need them anyway, you know. And this is where it'd be kind of nice to transport on there, but it's not what's happening. So an asteroid's probably going to kill these guys. Rebecca, you are a little hurt. I should probably re-oxygen my ship after what happened last game. There we go. So some scrap, other stuff. Can't upgrade my ship yet. There's the store. We're going to try and see if we can get enough scrap by the time we get there. And see, here we go. Distress beacon. So we get the stasis pod. Alright. So there's our other augment. We're not doing anything else with augments this run. That means I can sell the rock plating now. So here we go again with this dance. Can we get to the rock homeworlds on this map? It's possible. Okay, something to stay out of. That's not what I was hoping for. Now rock plating's a good thing to mitigate damage with. We're just going to go ahead and hit the store, because I think I've got enough to sell at this rate, if there is a transporter, and there's not. I can buy additional crew, but that's not really my goal right now, so anti-personnel drones, suck it. I need fuel. Let's see, is there a store right next here? So no, the game's not trolling me, so I am going to repair. At least a little bit. I'm going to keep 50 scrap up. By the end of this sector, if I cannot find a store in time, I am going to up my shields. So there's an anti-ship drone and a missile. Not pleasant. I've had worse. So let's take out our air systems again just to up our dodge chance. So I don't think we're going to get this shot off in time to stop the missile at least once. But I'm taking system damage. This is where I really like the rock plating, because it prevents system damage without... excuse me. It prevents system damage, but I don't necessarily have to worry about things like crappy shields doing crappy stuff to me. Jesus Christ. I hate anti-ship drones, but only when they're used against me. If I have an opportunity to use one, you know I'm on that boat all the time. Did I get that switched in time? Yes, that's good. Because they obviously have somebody up there repairing. And that's that. So 3 more fuel, and we get our hull damage repaired. That was all a good bit of luck. So Brian and Becca, just OCD heal you all real quick. Just a little bit. I said, just still want a transporter. Rock plating does more harm than good. Oh, did I say more harm than good? I mean, more good than harm. But if we don't have level 2 shields by Sector 3 on normal difficulty, we are up shit creek. So, we're going to fight you. I'd love to board you, but that's not what's happening here. So we're just going to take out your damn weapon systems. And hope those are single-shot lasers that have different timing for their firing. Oh boy. Well, at least you hit me right in the cockpit, so... Take down your shields. That'll be lovely. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. How many more systems can we damage? If we had the pike beam, we could make mincemeat of you real fast. But we don't, so... 95 scrap. And let's hit that quest marker. Because this could turn into a shop. No, we walked into a trap. This is actually kind of what I'd rather have happen. So we're going to take out your weapon system ASAP, because I do not particularly want to be missiled here. I hate getting missiled so much already, and you went ahead and breached my ship anyway. I don't care too much, but I'm not a fan either. So let's see what other systems we can take out. Let's just take out, how about we take out the system called the whole damn ship? How's that sound? Drone recovery arm. Whew, I am rolling in augments today, but we are actually not going to keep that. So, I think it's pretty safe to go ahead and upgrade this. So now we have the shield power if needed. We still need to get some system power up. So there's another store. We'd have to jump multiple places through here to get it. So I hate saying it because that store probably does sell a crew transporter. But I don't want to put myself through multiple jumps again. There will be opportunities in the future to buy a transporter. And I don't need their damn drone parts. So we're going to jump to the next sector and see here. Uncharted Nebula. Well, you know what? If we are going for the homeworlds, we're going to have to go through here. So we might as well go to the place that gives us an opportunity to go through there. So it's Nebula time, which means there's probably not a store. Yeah, not right away. So let's go ahead and up that reactor, and we'll up our sensors because there's a few events in Nebulas that require improved sensors. And we're going to hope for a pretty fast store. And we are going to be facing a good deal of automated drones here. But now that I have level 2 shields, I can live with that a little more. We're going to be staggering our shots so that the heavy pierce laser can do its pierce thing. It's just like the crystal ship in that way. Oh, good. Take out my engines. With my Engie right there. Alright. It's cool, whatever. See, I missed a few times, but that one shield down was all I needed. And those beam drones can just tickle me as much as they want. That's how you stagger shots. Pretty straightforward. So maybe this is going to be a good Shivan run. Yay, you died. So let's hear. Vents of my pilot also needs healing, so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll just keep our boarding people at bay for now. So here, I don't have a lot to sell. If we do come across the store, let's hope it has a crew transporter. Because there's some blank jumps that I'm hitting. Probably need to get some fuel too, but hey, we get to fight somebody. And they're trying to run. And normally I don't like having burst lasers go off first, but I think this one's going to go off without. Okay, so they hit me for 1 damage. I should be able to get this in time. Nope. So they're going to fire off 3 shots. There we go. Now if I can just hit their cockpits. Or better yet, just blow them up. Alright. Explosions. Easy goings. So, store. Let's see what we can get before we go there. So currently, there won't be a next time. Open fire. Oh good, it's a Manta ship without a transporter. I'm not particularly intimidated. However, I don't like that I did just miss just enough to make that happen. Yeah, usually Manta ships will have transporters everywhere. Watch this have like an Engie and Zoltan crew. Well, we just kill everybody and move on. Yeah, the other thing I'd like to do here is when I get a boarding team is to use the firebomb to actually try and get the last achievement I don't have here. So 32 scrap, that's more than enough. Let's make this extra efficient by going to this jump and see if we can get even more scrap before the store. And we should be able to, except this guy's going to be really irritating and Cloak can hit me with a missile whenever he comes out, so... Right in the oxygen. They really like aiming for my oxygen. And that's a 2-shot heavy laser, so I can really try and take out their missile launcher. So I didn't. And in fact, it took down my burst laser, and they're probably about to cloak. There we go. So at least I managed that one. I've got to figure something out with this. Because engines are critical, oxygen's not on fire, but just would be kind of nice to have a working ability to breathe. So come on, take out something, please. That would be lovely. Just like that. So we have 100 scrap, so we should be able to do necessary repairs in the store. We should be able to do all kinds of things that we like doing. So just go ahead and move our guys back around. And let's store it. Okay, so no crew transporter. But we can get another border. Let's see if there's another adjacent store. There's not. I'm very tempted by that Mantis, but we're going to be going for a firebomb boarding team, so that's not really in our plans. So let's do a little bit of repair. Let's buy some fuel, get up to a healthy amount. And then let's go ahead and up this. So I want to start to be able to evade things more. Evasion is good. And a blank sector, or excuse me, blank jump. Not a lot of stores there. I have a feeling the other stores in one of the corners. But we should have plenty of time to play. Like, see, we get to attack this guy who has a actually surprisingly effective complement of weapons. And I'm going to be boarded. And I don't know where I'm getting boarded, but it doesn't appear to... Oh, it's a slug! That's amazingly interesting. So your halberd beam's not going to do shit for you now. Let's go ahead and take this stuff out. We'll have our shield guy on standby to go relieve our pilot. Because these guys are probably going to try and transport off here in just a minute. Yep, just like that. Always like that. They don't have a med bay to run to. Whew, that's not a horrible surrender, but we're not going to take it because we don't need the fuel like maybe we used to. So bye-bye transporter. Can I have it? Can I keep it? So we get about the same thing anyway with more scrap, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, if I could just get a way to board these people, I'd be in really good shape. Do I have anything to sell? Not really. So we're just going to see what we can do with the damaged stasis pod. There's not a lot of options on this jump map about whether we will or won't be able to make use of it, but it's worth a shot. Worst case scenario is we just sell it. So, not much here. Let's actually see if we can work our way up and over and back, because that could be a store. And I don't know, let's see, we should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the amount of time we have. So let's see what's in the corner pocket. Okay. You have a beam drone, which is kind of funny, but you also have an ion weapon, which is not funny. And you have a big, scary missile launcher. So that's an ion Mark II. This is actually a pretty dangerous situation we're in right now. So we've got to take it out. Preferably without that hitting my weapon system. I don't know what just happened, other than to say I hope my ship's not on fire. Okay, that's bad. Because that means we have no shields and that beam drone's gonna eat me for lunch. There we go. See, that is a nasty, nasty combo. So I just took a lot of damage there. So, oh, thank you, evasion. So I do get a little bit of a bonus there. That's good. Take out the piloting next. Maybe wiser to take out the shields, but we want to not miss first. That's kind of my general rule here, is take out the ability to miss, and then everything kind of follows suit after that. So, more scrap, and nothing useful from the station. Troll, lol. I could have healed up my guys completely, but I just want to keep going. More stuff. Oh my god, more drones. But at least no freaking ion weapons, unless that's an ion bomb, which in that case, ouch. Preemptively. Okay, so gotta do the same strategy here, and hope we don't get pike beamed. There we go. Oh, that damage took them all out. Okay, so I don't know what kind of bomb that was. I don't even know if it actually got off. I don't think it did. So this time we are going to go for their piloting. And next we're going to go for their shields, unless their weapons recover, which they probably will. For now, our shield guy can just level up his skill to his heart's content. So now you have no shields. As we say in Faster Than Light, you're fucked. Bye-bye. So we get one drone part out of those 2 drones that are floating miraculously around us. We have a lot of scrap saved up. It'd be kind of nice to have long-range scanners, but we're not going to be rolling with that. So I'll attempt to follow them and help. Thrill will be found by friendlies. We get a slug. Very interesting. Okay, so we're going to take our other rock person off of here, and we're going to put our slug right here. Now we don't really have too much need to upgrade our sensors, except that we already have, so. But now we can have our 2 rock boarding crew / security squad without worry of abandoning other posts, and as I suspected, the store's right there. We're going to go over here, see if we can maximize our scrap output, and attack you. Once again, bad ship loadout to face, but I've seen worse. Which I guess is another running theme from Faster Than Light, which is there's always ways you can be more screwed. Always. But we're actually doing pretty well, I must say. And I know I did attack their shield before attacking their cockpit, but what I probably should have done instead was fire at their weapons. Oh, good. Not accepting surrender. So it looks like they have a repair drone or 2. That's okay, because now they don't have a ship, and apparently I don't like giving my ship oxygen. Okay, so about the same as what we would have gotten from their surrender, with a little more scrap. So it looks like we kind of wasted a few jumps that we could have used. Please have a transporter. Please have a transporter. This game is now officially trolling me. Alright, but I could use the long-range scanners. I mean, rock plating has saved me some damage. But if I am going to go for the crystal homeworld, then the long-range scanners are really going to help me out there. Actually, they're going to really help me out in general. So rock plating, you've been a good friend, but we're going to do something maybe a little crazy or stupid. I don't mind either way. We could actually get stupidly early cloaking if we found a store that sold it, but we should be able to get to the exit in time here. I really hope we do. This doesn't appear to be an ion storm. It doesn't appear to be anything at all. So attack the pirate, and we're about to get boarded, and that is a big scary laser, so we're just going to target your weapons like hell or come home. And you all can suck it. I don't know why they don't run past me, but I'm kind of glad they don't. So now we can get some precious combat experience. Yeah. That was a good fight. And this is where I'd love to have, obviously, the joy of wanting something like a transporter. I'm not going to accept that. So they're just trying to medbay up now, and that's not working for me. So Hull Smasher Laser 1. Ho ho ho! yeah, we can, with just these 3 weapons, I can win the game. With the firebomb, it's going to be really devastating. If I can just get a damn transporter. It's all we need now. It's all we need. So let's jump to the next sector, because we did make it in time. Pirate-controlled sector, Uncharted Nebula. Normally I'd like to hit the Nebula, but we're going to go for the pirate sector, because we need a store, we need to see what those 2 zones can be. We need to heal Nathan.